One thing I realised in Thailand is that no matter where you go, you can't get away from this scene. So you can be in the nicest hotel and you just look outside and you see that. So it's all rusted roof, broken buildings, and you'll see lots and lots of wires everywhere. So that made it into a big factor about us buying some land around here. Is that yeah, we try to choose a good location, but it doesn't matter where you choose, you're still gonna have to you know, deal with that, and that's just the way it goes. Since we're living here for a short while, that's how we're doing the washing. I brought some rope and we're just hanging it like that, and it works. Nice and simple, very cheap. It works well. Just, you know, just temporary. Won't be doing this for too long. We will have to buy a washing machine at some stage when we get a house built. So we are currently here in Nonggi in Buriram province. And we've been here for about 3 days now. We've been land shopping, we've been house shopping. There was just only 2 houses for sale in this town. That has become a problem for us. And it's just because, you know, it's not a culture thing that they buy a house and they sell it. They normally just pass it on to their kids. So buying a house here is too difficult. But there are land for sale. There are some rice field lands, there are some beer lands, some bush lands. So we have to find some kind of way of buying land and building a house. So we are in the process of buying 2 lands. One of them is right in town. You know, it's close to the kids' school, and it's just a small block of land. It's around 550 square meters, so it's not very big, and it's just close to everything. We've got neighbours around there, we've got shops around, so it's very local. So this land here that I'm going to show you is the land that's in town, and I know it doesn't look that great, but we do have work to do. Both land needs work to do, okay, but both lands are very cheap. One is 24,000 New Zealand dollars, the other one is 16,000 New Zealand dollars, so they're both very cheap. So this is one of the land that we're gonna purchase. The locals have been using it to grow lemongrass and other crops, and they'll remove it all, they'll clear it away before we pay the full amount. That's a very nice style Thai house made out of wood. Every week there'll be rubbish collection, and you pay $20 every year for rubbish collection. So that's the only rate that you pay for. And that land's also for sale, but that one is very expensive because they're selling a lot. It goes further back, all the way back. So that's the main road, and that's the land that's there. So they're just growing lemongrass at the moment. So that they can sell it at the market. But they'll remove this all for us. So the land is very small. It's just from where my hand's going there up to there, across to here. So enough to build a house. And this will be this land here will just be our home for, you know, when the kids are at school. Once they finish school, once they leave school, we'll probably sell the house and land. You know, we'll sell this property and move somewhere like to Chiang Mai or something. But for now, since we're doing with kids' school, I think this should do. The other land that we brought is 10 minutes drive from this city, and it is just out in the country a little bit, and that one is 1,900 square meter of land. The problem with that land is that the local tell us that sometimes when it rains hard it floods. So I came up with an idea of how to build a building there, and this is my idea. We have decided that we will purchase this land. So the road, because we're looking at it thinking, how are we going to get the truck in here? So it's possible to get the truck in here. And it's already topsoil, which means that they can just build straight away. So over there is the road to this place. Power line and the water is all connected over there. And look, like this is the end of our boundary. So we'll have to cut back some trees and maybe build around here. And then cut back those trees so it creates a pathway for them to access their land. So this is a total of 1,900 square meters, and we need to clear some of these trees out of the way as well, these bamboo trees. So what I want to do with these bamboo trees is harvest it myself, because I want to use these bamboo for building materials. So some of these can still be kept, but we'll see. But we're just deciding where to start building the house, whether we build it here. The problem with building it here is that it doesn't give us that nice view in the back. So ideally we want to build here and have that nice view. I'm going to pay the local, whoever owns that tree, I'm going to give them 500 New Zealand dollars for permission to cut it down, and then pay another $500 or $1,000 for whoever can cut that down for me, and then it'll open up that whole view. We'll open up that view a little bit better. And then it will look pretty good. Then you can see, you know, the coconut trees in the back, hopefully. We will have a bit of a stream for fishing. I hope there's fish in there. I don't know yet, but there's a little bit of stream in there. So some of this will have to be cut down. The stream will be, you know, it's connected up all the way to there, so there may be fish in there. The road here is a little bit small, but then it goes into like the main road, which is a 2-lane road, which is not that far. We just met the neighbours. So the guy that just drive past us, he owns this part of the land and also that pond which I just showed you guys. And this is the bamboo that we have to get rid of some of them. There will be a little place to topsoil. Won't be too much. I think I'll just topsoil the driveway, which I'll do it myself, and it just gives you a nice view, nice feeling of Thailand that is, you know, just away from the city life of Thailand. Or if we have foreigners, it gives you a nice view of Thailand without, you know, that city life. So you can come here and you can escape. Just gonna figure out how much he sells these for. Quite cute. Oh yes, that is so cool. That is cool. It's nice and cool too. There's no trees around this area. It's actually out in the sun at the moment, and I am so surprised how cool it is to be in here. Like, all you need is just a fan, or you can do without a fan, in fact. And he said he'll treat it, put doors on it. But man, it's like so cool in here. And you see that the rain doesn't even come through. He said it's pretty rainproof. Maybe because it's got two installation, that's why it's so cool. You got the top one, and then you've got the inside one. When we buy our land, I'm gonna get one of these for sure. Kids are at school now. It's their second day at school, and we've chosen an international school, and as you can see, hopefully it's recognized around the world. And yeah, so we've already the school that we're paying for is like we've got to pay for it, so it's not free because it's an international school. It's not free, but it's not too bad because this is the cheapest school that we can find in Thailand so far. That's why we came to this town. So this is what they're learning. So they do maths, which is spoken in English. They do English, science, so all those are spoken in English. They do learn Thai, which is spoken all in Thai. And then they have PE, physical education, which they're doing swimming at the moment. And then on a Friday, they've got scouts. So they've got different uniforms, so they'll have a scout uniform, and then they'll have like a PE uniform or whatever like that. Yeah, that's quite cool that they're doing scouts, and that's all included into the fee. So how much is it? It's for both of our kids. It's about $80 per week. That's a lot for Thai people, $80 per week for kids' school. But if you think about it, New Zealand, we pay, you know, $100 to $200 for daycare. So it's like paying a cheaper version of daycare, but we're paying for two kids, and it's $80 per week. And we, when we sold the house, we took away some of that money and put it aside to pay for all their schooling for the rest of their life. So that's where that money comes from. So we've got 2 lands. We haven't built anything yet, of course, because it's just only been a couple of days. So what we're planning to do is, don't know which land yet, but one land we're going to be in and we're going to live there, or we're going to move around. But the other land that's free, we're going to rent it out. So the place that we're going to rent out is probably going to be the one with the nice view, and it's going to be more like a resort or a Airbnb Thai style, and we're going to, you know, slowly build that up to be looking like that. The other place is more like in the city, you know, you just walk to school, save petrol costs, and yeah, so that's the goal. So I won't be working like in the city. I would be more like an investor. So I invest my money and my time and my labor to build that into a nice resort, while, you know, once that's finished I can relax, and then people can come in and pay a certain amount of dollars, and that will be my income in the future.